Yep, I am back in Wales. Really good to be back. And I thought that's the reason why I started the way I did. You'll have to let me know below which sheep was your favourite. For me, it was the chilled out one. I'm looking forward to doing a bit of that later myself. But before we get to that bit, there's quite a bit of work to do. Let me tell you where I am actually before we go any further. I'm in a part of Snowdonia called the Arenigs. It's not my first time here. I'm actually not too far away from a tiny little bothy, which I stayed at about, I think it must have been about 8 months ago now. I've put the link to that video below. It's actually my most popular video to date. Cracking little place. If you want to find out more about it, click on that link. But let me just stop for a sec and show you where I am. You can see we've got some pretty big mountains behind. They are the ones that I'm going to scale. Conditions are absolutely cracking. I'm looking forward to a wild camp tonight. That big mountain you can see off in the distance behind, that is Arenig Fawr, I believe. I climbed that one last year as well. That one is actually a little bit of trivia for you. The highest mountain south of Snowdon, just over 900 metres. Visibility is amazing today. So yeah, I'm not going to stop too long at the bothy, but I'll catch up with you a bit further down. I'll show you there just very quickly, and then the climbing's going to start. Hello. Oh, we've got it all to ourselves. Oh, it's good to be back. It doesn't feel 8 months ago, that's for sure. You can see, little open fireplace. It's a tiny little bothy. That is where I slept the last time. Just about managed to fit on there. I shared with a really nice guy who lived just up the road actually, and he slept there. Great night. As I say, check out that link below if you want to see more about it. Cracking little place. Right, not going to hang around today. Let's head skywards. Yep, the climbing has definitely started. You can tell from that amazing view behind how much altitude we've already gained. But also you can tell from my sweaty face. This seems to be a recurring thing on any climb that I do. Definitely a genetic thing. You know, my mum, I remember even as a kid, my mum would lay in the sun and the sweat would be pouring off her. And I've always been the same. Did a bit of reading. Apparently, those who sweat a lot have really efficient bodies. But I don't know. I think if you're a hiker or a camper, it's a bit of a pain in the arse, to be honest, because you've obviously got to replace all that fluid that you're losing. You know, I'm carrying, quite proud of this, I've got a 2 litre bottle with a little handle, you know, obviously a used milk bottle. Genius little idea, I reckon. But I'm starting to worry whether I'm actually carrying enough water. I mean, I've got about 1.5 litres left in here, 500ml in my backpack. Plus, obviously, plenty of beer. But that's not exactly going to hydrate me. But enough moaning. You can see it's cracking conditions, but there's hardly a breath of wind either. It'd be great at the top, but I'd welcome it a little bit now. Right, let's push on. And next time I come back to you, will hopefully be where there is an even better view. We have a breeze. Who would have thought the movement of air from one place to another would be so amazing? Well, trust me, compared to further down the mountain, it well and truly is. But something I'm not quite as happy about is there appear to be quite a few bumblebees on this mountainside. And the last couple of times I've stopped, every single one seems to hone in on me. Yeah, in the bumblebee world, I appear to be truly irresistible. A bumblebee god. It's not really a title or a privilege that I particularly cherish at the moment, if I'm being honest. So I don't intend to stop until I get right to the top. But I will say, if I can attract other things into my life over the coming summer, the same way I seem to be attracting bumblebees, it's going to be a cracking summer ahead. Fingers crossed. Which way should we go? Let's keep going straight on. Right, unless I see something truly amazing between now and the summit, the next time we see each other, we'll be on the top of the world. Let's keep cracking on.
A little further on, I discovered sheep wanting to participate in one of their biggest pastimes when not eating, the stare-off. I didn't take part for fear of losing. The views continued to open up and impress me until I caught my first view of the summit trig point. Always a welcome view and very satisfying to reach. Maybe next time though, I'll give a more manly cheer.
So there we go. Summit of Arenig Fawr reached. I believe I'm currently standing at 854 metres. Not bad, eh? And I'll tell you, not as challenging as I thought it was going to be. A bit sweaty, but yeah, easy enough to climb. Right, before I show you the 360, you've got a bit of the view there. It is cracking. But before I show you that, there's something else interesting up here I've just spotted. So I'm going to get rid of my ugly mush and let me show you what I can see.
Yep, beside the trig point is a memorial to remember 8 American airmen who were sadly killed when their plane crashed into the side of Arenig Fawr during World War II. In fact, actually, to be precise, on the 4th of August 1943. None of them survived. There was actually a memorial sort of placed on the summit in 1945. Obviously, the weather up there is just so bad at times that it deteriorated over the years. So the one you can see here was replaced by volunteers in 2019.
Not a bad spot for dinner, eh? I tell you, the view I've got right now is just unreal. It's that time of the day now. The sun, I mean, there's a little bit of cloud up there. You probably can't see that. It's glorious behind, but where the sun's going to set, yeah, it's a little bit of high-level cloud, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, I can still see the Rhinogs Mountains off in the distance, sort of all just misty. And you can just sort of see like the sort of the outline of the mountains now. Gorgeous. Might get the drone going after dinner. But yeah, let's get some food in me. I'm really hungry. It's another dehydrated meal. I've got chili tonight. I've got some Pringles. I've got some chocolate. I've got some fruit. And of course, I've got some beer. This is a beer I've had many times before. The Brewdog Punk IPA. So as I always say, priorities. Booze before the food. Cheers. Oh, first beer of the week. And it's going down well. I know what this food is going to be like before I even try it. I know it's good. Oh, yes. Something to eat. Vegetable chili. Got a good bit of spice. And yeah, it's really filling as well. Loads of food. So well happy with this. Well, there's only so much of watching me eat my dinner that you can do before you get bored. So yeah, I'll come back to you once I've finished. And I'll show you some more of these views. Unreal.
So as I always say, that wasn't bad, was it? I did actually talk you through what we could see here, but it was so windy that I thought I'd mute the windswept video and do it from the comfort of my flat instead. The visibility, as you can see, was excellent, and I felt lucky to have such views. I can imagine this mountain is shrouded in fog for many days of the year. Looking north, I could see the highest parts of Snowdonia. That flatter area to the right is the Carneddau range, a wild part of the national park for sure, where you'll find wild horses on the mountainsides and solitude in spades. It's also home to Carneddau, the second highest mountain in all of England and Wales. To the left, we have the Gliders, and of course those three peaks you can see are that of Snowdon. Coming around, I can see out towards the west coast of Wales and Anglesey, and then just to the south of that are the Rhinogs, an area made up of lakes and very challenging terrain. It's little visited as a result, and it's an area I need to visit sometime soon. Looking south from there, I can see Cadair Idris. I've never actually made it to the summit here, but I was lucky enough to camp by a lake called Carneddau last year, which is at the mountain's base. It was a stunner for sure. Feel free to find that video of mine afterwards if you fancy it. Beyond that, I look further south beyond the national park into an area we're often referred to as the Green Desert and Last Wilderness of England and Wales, the Cambrian Mountains. I was there only a couple of weeks before this trip and loved it. Feel free again to check that video out if you like. With conditions set fair all night, I decided to use the bivvy. This little spot was just off the path, flat, and offered amazing views looking west. I don't get views like that from my window back home, that's for sure. Once again, I was using my tried and tested OX Bush Pro bivvy, but being so high up, the rest of my sleep system was made up of my winter gear. A foam mat was placed under the bivvy with a Thermarest Extherm going inside it, alongside Decathlon's warmest sleeping bag. There is nothing worse than a cold night camping. I didn't fancy one tonight.
Well then, it's just before 10:30, and yeah, I thought I'd call it a night. I'm looking forward to this. The stars are starting to come out. It's not completely dark yet. But yeah, it's going to be lovely just laying here, being nice and warm, and looking up at the heavens. You know, coming from down near London, you just don't get a decent night sky down there. It's going to be black, and it's always going to be like I can reach up and pull the stars out of the sky, no doubt. But yeah, I guess unless a gang of sheep come across me in the night or something else eventful happens, I'll see you in the morning. Night night. So my journey is nearly at an end. I continue to be attracting the bees and repelling the sheep. Some of them are actually making me jump. They're sort of hiding behind rocks. You can see I'm walking through a bit of a sort of boulder minefield at the moment. And yeah, some of them are hiding. They really make me jump. They just run, leg it out with their little lamps, and off they go. But yeah, short this trip has been. I've absolutely loved it. And yeah, it's made me feel truly alive. It's why I do it. And if you're watching this, having never done a wild camp before, hopefully it has made you sort of want to get out there, get some gear and hit the hills. You won't regret it. Yeah, if you're still watching at this point, thanks ever so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It was much appreciated. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. And there is only a week to go until the teacher holiday. So we all know what that means. I'll be playing out again in the mountains, doing some adventuring. I'll catch you then. See you later.